Okay, so first of all, in terms of news, we don't have any major important week in terms of CPI or, for example, funds, since we are currently trading war news. Since last week, ceasefire, the most important news are not in forest factories, so in that aspect, we don't really have anything to cover from that. And okay, so this is the weekly candle. As you can see, very bullish, but we are like breaking. We're gonna break down day by day. First of all, so in terms of Monday, uh, we open it. Y'all don't get confused. This is the daily. Uh, this is the daily power of three, and this is the weekly power of three. So we opened. We opened it creating an. Fuck, my PC lagging a little. We opened creating a huge new week opening gap. In terms of SMT at the low of the week, we just have a minor SMT. It's not even like ICT SMT, but the guys that know about QT, you know what SMT is at the low of the week. But we are already delivering from this distribution. So in terms of low of the week, isn't really necessary like a big SMT attached to that. So we open it, market open at on on Monday, and things that we expected. I'm gonna use my pre-market analysis to the day 13. Okay, yeah, you can't see this. I need to change the stream. Okay, now you can see, I think. So I pointed we didn't have a significant SMT at the high or low of the day. We have the new week opening up. We were like halfway there. No new Monday, so like I wasn't like expecting anything crazy. And even the low of the week lacks of proper manipulation. We don't need to go there. So in terms of Monday, it was like a simple plan. We created SNT at the low of the day, even if it was small. We have another two SNTs attached at the opening price, and also the between sessions, divergence between sessions. So the plan at opening, I mean, it was kind of easy. Just play continuation longs. We just like keep going higher till feeling the um, the new week opening up just right after market open, and then you could either like walk away, target the high of the previous week, or just like at least on short. In terms of Monday, it was a continuation day. Like usually lately, the Mondays are very trending days, so just like either try to trade continuation of the trend that Monday has, or just walk away because you're gonna get hard. Then in terms of Tuesday, I mean this is a very like simple week in terms of like reviewing it, but not the same as trading it, since it was like kinda tricky. Tuesday was like kinda similar. We were just past previous week high. We have the new week opening gap filled, and we only have a couple things to play off. First of all, I was expecting to have uh, some sort of like reaction at market open, or like before market open to this 15-minute FVG. but we didn't have it since were like super bullish. So most of the FEGs this week acted as breakaway gaps, like not getting fitted at all. But this is like ICT teaches this. If the FEGs are not even getting touched, we are super bullish price signature. So we just opened it, created two SMTs at the low of the day back to back, and same procedure as at the Monday. Just market open, create a minor manipulation here. We had an SMT here, but we just right at open we just deleted it, so it was not an excuse to short. And then continue higher, higher, and higher, and higher. Like there's not a lot of things to review about this day. Same goes with like the next days. We have Wednesday. We left here a 4-hour FVG. I also expected to get some sort of retracement since we accumulated during pre-market hours. I expected some sort of manipulation here, create SMT with this low inside of the 4-hour FVG and go higher, but we didn't. We just like created another SMT at the low of the day and keep going higher and higher and higher all the session, just getting a retracement for the PM traders that if you trade PM, you might be able to short more than as the AM traders. But as you can see, this is equilibrium. As I thought on the video I recorded yesterday, a lot of times when we are, well, that was for all-time highs market, but this is same market, even though we wasn't there yet, is going to fail a lot the equilibrium, so be careful in that aspect. In terms of price on what entries, I'm not gonna go like full in depth there since it was like a continuation long day. The first SMT always pre-market, second SMT at after market open, just play continuation, simple as that. The Thursday, it was a little bit trickier. This day was a little bit difficult. I mean, in hindsight, not really, but I shorted. I had a big mistake shorting that, but it's whatever. The thing was that we had a lot of SNTs stacked at the highs, and we lacked of SNT at the low of the day, unlike the other 3 days. The other 3 days we had some sort of SNT. The Monday we have a smaller SNT, but it was a Monday, like it doesn't really Mondays doesn't really require SNT neither at the high or the low of the day to be like to play out, since it's the first piece of like the puzzle of the week. Tuesday has had SMT at the lows, even though it hasn't like traded into the FVG I wanted. It already had SMT at the low, so it was valid to long. Wednesday the same. It led the 4-hour FVG opened, but it had SMT at the lows. But Thursday didn't, and that's where like I hesitated. But I mean, this is not a review of my trades, but what you could do, what you could have done. First of all, we had a lot of SNTs at the highs, so some sort of rebalance was like expected. Second of all, we had the market open right here, and we have the low of the day right here without SNT and with a 4-hour imbalance right below. A special FVG if you trade QT, if not, it's okay. Then, to qualify for longs, we only had a hidden SMT that got removed right after market open when we just dumped here. So there was really anything to long here at all yet, and there was a valid shorts right here because we formed a special SMT right at market open that I didn't see right during the live, but it's whatever. And when we dumped, we respected the 4-hour FVG, creating SMT at the lows, and then displacement, displacing higher. There really was here some longs. You could either like skip the day or take some longs. But the shorts here, the reality it was like there wasn't justified since we are very bullish. We respected that our 4 hour FVG. There was no reason to keep going lower. I was like trying to get a little bit greedy and expecting that YM could create a bigger SMT at the low of the day, but it wasn't really smart to trade that way. Then, in terms of targets, every day you can just